Is recording before you go to bed a good idea? No. Does it have to be? No. Another episode, good speaking. Oh my god, this is gonna be a trip right here. Back to, another episode of the time loop. We're back at Imola. I believe this might be the first repeat course. Think of that for a second. Yeah, I think it is. Well, I guess, no. What am I talking about? I've done Barcelona twice. Technically 3 times if you count Bubbles and Gearhead doing the race as individual runs of the track. So we're playing as Swoopy Doo, and, well, if you see the username change, no, it's the same account. It's actually the matter of PlayStation just released their, their online ID change system, and it's already been called a tryhard for having four X's in my name. I'm like, yeah, just take it, put it in there with my YouTube name. It's an added 71 because it's my racing number. And if you're curious, no, there are no other characters of interest here at all. I think if has there been a Ginetta that I've played as in this? How are you, Mr. Acura? Oh, you're Mr. Slow. That's how you are. I don't think I've actually used a Ginetta yet. If I haven't, the basic idea is not the fastest by far, but they're pretty stable. Excessively stable. And what is that Aston doing over there? Cut off that Acura. Okay, well, they're not so stable when I do that. This is interesting. Alright. Well, that's Swoopy Doo for you. If nothing else at all. I mean, this was totally my fault, but for plot reasons we're going to say it's because of Swoopy Doo. Okay, maybe I turn traction control back on. This car is having a big disagreement with me right now. It doesn't like being called stable, I guess. I definitely thought that it was. I am wrong. Hopefully Swoopy Doo has his greatest driver phase in a moment here, so I can get back to work on gaining spots. You're familiar with this track, relatively speaking. It's not like it's not like he's been. It's not like we joined him here in like Circuit of the Americas or the Bugatti circuit, or like Sonoma. You should know what Imola, at least enough to not have huge problems there. And again, we thought with Grease Lightning, and we saw how his race went. Just not repeat that, eh, Swoopy Doo? Be great. Just about caught back up to the opponents, however. Maybe not park on that curb. Probably a great idea there. Tiny bit lenient with a tiny bit extension on the track comments there, but it's nothing like it's massive or groundbreaking. so it doesn't, I don't really think it matters. Acura is not fast, to say the least. Let's go over here. Okay, oh. That's not one way to do it. I was like, well, it's one way to do it and just get 3 passes in one turn because I just didn't really make the turn. No, that's not it. We're repeating resliding, aren't we? I swear, I'm not bad at this track. I swear. Even I'm gonna doubt that this one. Who am I kidding? I'm about to try it here. This track is actually not very easy to pass in, that's for sure, so that's not helping me any. Especially now when the Acura cannot pick a lane. Left or right, genius. I think I left too much room there, but... Oh, it's not like the AI is capable of telling me off, so... Moving on. Correct. There you go, me. Huge momentum on this Audi. Oh, it's braking. That is the problem. It kind of like rotates a lot after you tap the brakes. And that's what keeps upsetting the vehicle. Nope, still not doing it here. Getting this Acura incredibly nervous, probably because he's seen what I've already done so far in this race as far as not only stupidity's sake, but also as far as recovering from said stupidity. That just about worked. Psyched him out, pretty much. Swoopy Doo's having that good driving phase. Hey, I just all simultaneously turn their lights on. I guess I will do that too. Why not? I broke right on time, but I thought I broke too late. Into my mind, I was just like, I am prepared to use this Renault as a brake, if not. I guess the Renault had more faith in me than I did, because he's like, well, I'll give you room, you can go ahead and do that. This little sunset there. The fearful thing is, how long is Swoopy Doo's great driver phase going to last? Is it going to last the next 16 or so, 16 and a half-ish minutes? Surely not. think of this as revenge for last round where he was dead last. Even though he started not in dead last, finished there anyway. And even the AI opponents are really spread out right now. It's not usually this bad when it comes to that. So now I think I finally got a rhythm going. It took me a couple of laps, but well, rhythm probably about to get broken because it is now nighttime. Full on. It's supposed to partially nighttime me? Okay. It's not how nighttime works. I'm very eager to steer, which isn't usually terrible. It's a matter of, is it too eager to steer so that it steers too much? That's when you have a problem. Otherwise, quick steering is a good thing. That just basically means good handling. And therefore your car is fast. But, why am I explaining this? My viewers are not 7-year-olds. Car turn well, car go fast. Yeah, no duh. Even if it's a Hot Wheels based series, we don't get that academic here. Even the Hot Wheels games treat their fans with which games and movies treat their fans with like respect of like, you are intelligent for your age and understand how things like aquaplaning and drafting work. If you watch the Star Wars movies, you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you will not. Obviously. My God, me. Thank you, Captain Obvious. That's who I am today. Community error did not help that one. Yeah, you can see this thing's top speed isn't good. The Aston Martin gets rough with the Ferrari, which same livery, but it's the same thing that happened before. That's not number 1. It's the number 2 car, not the 48. Oh. Oh, that was smooth as silk right there. Oh, you broke very early, Ferrari. No wonder the Aston Martin got all up in your business a minute ago. You brake like that. You have GT5 cars up in your grill. Just cut off the Aston Martin. You shouldn't have been so close. That's not helping either, I suppose. Oh my God, braking, please. Brake bias is like 60. Sure, it goes up to 70, but it doesn't need to go past like 63 usually. Otherwise, then you're just braking permanently. Like, yeah, you won't slide around when you brake after like 63, 64, but then you also don't turn. Nope, wrong way. Take it, I'm just gonna put it at 62, not 63. Menus, please work with me here. Shocked the Aston Martin didn't catch me more down the straightaway. I saw him think about it there. In the mirror, he was weighing his chances, I suppose. Car just got very lazy there. Alright, take number 2 on the Ferrari. Oh yeah, I just mouthed that curb. It's like a little ride-on thing at a supermarket. I'm just like, just gonna put 25 cents in and sit on the curb as it bounces me back and forth for 90 seconds. However long those last, I don't know. I haven't been on one in like a decade or more. Probably more. I don't really go on them at all, even when I was young. I'm over here. Why would you even defend on that direction? Alright, get back on the track. Thank you, Aston Martin, for your brilliant cooperation with the cause of me going around you. You're not cooperating. Just about 15 minutes into the race here. Almost halfway through the field. Okay, grass is not helpful. Somehow still kept the car under me. Through all of that, really. The car was trying to get away from me even on that left-hander. A little pushy. Swoopy Doo isn't exactly a combative one, but I guess he... either he knows his limits, and they are very limiting, or he just doesn't care enough to fight. Or he just doesn't like it. Because it appears to be like it appears to be that he could, he just doesn't. Like bounced there. I don't know if you've noticed, or if you had noticed in that turn, the car's like bounced off of the oh Jesus! This isn't rallycross to me. You can just bounce over the curb like that. That's not how it works. Let's go nuts on this Renault. Not that nuts. I almost ran him straight off the road. Speaking of Renault, there's a sign for that company. I mean, it worked for the fastest lap, but, like, not exactly the most balanced line ever. Yeah, what are the 27 cars somewhere around here? Grease lightning intensifies. Ooh, that's a lot of curb. It's verging on uncomfortable. I thought it was a Mercedes from far away. That is a Porsche. I'm not even 100% sure if there are any Mercedes in this race. I've yet to see one. Oh no, there's one up there. That white and red car is one. Well, that was rude of me, but I don't care. Shouldn't have resisted. No. Oh, we're doing it again. Oh, we're doing both, actually. I am a totally fair driver, normally. But right now, I'm totally off my game, because it's close to 3 in the morning. And I woke up at noon. Oh yeah, I'm just in all of the curbs, buddy. Yes, they taste like chocolate. Why'd I keep going for the taste like joke? Didn't work before, why would it work now? Well, that's a lap time right there. Maybe we should hit him more often. No, let's not do that. These are the leaders. The lead 5 are all in this giant group. Oh my god, that car in front of me deserves to be eradicated. What is that design? Did a 5-year-old make that? Did Bubbles draw this Aston Martin in front of me? Alright, car? Alright, are we good, Ginetta? Or are we just gonna continue to have spaz attacks in that corner? Don't want that. I feel like I've seen that yellow Porsche up there, like, in 8 or 9 separate races. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's not mount the curbs. It's not a rocking horse. There you go. Okay. Oh, traction control is off. That's why that happened, yeah. For what little power this thing has. Okay, me... Oh, Swoopy Doo. Swoopy Doo is having problems again. The phase ran out and he went from 5th to 12th in one corner. Normally doesn't make that much of a difference in other cars. Usually if it slides around a lot, it slides around with or without traction control. But with traction control, it never even comes on anyway, or if it does, it nerfs the throttle for like 3%. Then you turn it off and the car just becomes a tornado of souls. I've even seen a couple of times here. Like there, the car wants to die even with traction control. Just a matter of if the gear is so high that it basically doesn't allow for it. But if I had to be in 3rd through that corner, I'd probably have died like 5 or 6 times by now. The sun's back out for the last 3 laps, I think. Hope. We're just not turning now? Okay. Just cornering is optional entirely. Fun fact, doing that will terminate you in Assetto Corsa. Hitting that curb. And here, it did literally nothing to me. That curb, on the other hand, will, if you hit it wrong. I just got lucky. Unless that group is really holding themselves up there, I don't think I'm actually going to get anything higher than maybe 11th or 10th if I'm lucky, aggressive, and or a jerk. Basically, if I pull a Danny again, then maybe I can get a top 10. For now, I think I might luck into 11th if I drive, like, perfectly. Which, it's me. That's not going to happen. So we'll just move on from that ideology. Never mind, I'm rapidly catching them in every turn. So maybe your top 10 is still potential. If we turn, it would be really helpful. And we're in the sand. Okay. Back to last. This track, man. This is gonna be a curse for me, isn't it? 4 words, loser. God darn it. Okay, top 10 now is definitely not happening. There was a shot before. No, that shot is not here.